How do you access knowledge? Number one, you get knowledge by asking or prayerfully studying. The reason I put prayerfully studying is because these kinds of knowledge are furnished by the spirit of wisdom and revelation. And so this knowledge, you don't break upon it just because you read a book. While you are reading, a spirit will open your understanding. So you read prayerfully to access this kind of knowledge. Either you ask or you prayerfully study, if it is knowledge you are looking for. Number two, how do you access spiritual knowledge? By service and stewardship. Many people think they will be so blessed just by coming to church, sit down and listen. That's the lowest level of blessing in the house of God. If you really want to be blessed in the house of God, when you come to the house of God, you look for something to do. Ask those who serve, they will tell you. Nobody who was superlatively blessed in the house of God did not commit his hand to it. Because mysteries, secrets, and knowledge are committed to those who are actively involved in engaging in the things of the Spirit. In 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 1, Paul said, we are servants of God. He said, therefore. He didn't say we prayed for knowledge. He didn't say we prayed for mystery. He said, because we are servants of God, he said, automatically we become stewards of the mysteries of Christ. When a man begins to serve, one of the ways God blesses that man is to give him knowledge that makes him become a commander in his life. This is why sometimes we encourage people to participate. Because the truth is, even if you don't participate, the work will be done. But if you participate, it's for your own good. In fact, you cannot grow in the things of God if you are not a co-laborer with God. Because there's a level where words can't teach you beyond. There's a level of knowledge that you learn as you are on duty, as you are in line of duty. And so it is deception for people just to want to sit in the house of God and not be engaged. The third way to get spiritual knowledge is by fear and reverence for God. In Psalm 25 verse 14, it said the secrets of God, they are with them that fear him. It's not with them that read. It's not with them that went to a Bible school. He said he will show them his covenants. In Proverbs chapter 9 verse 10, he said the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Job 28 verse 28, the fear of the Lord, this is knowledge. He said reverence for God is understanding. Meanwhile, when John went to heaven, he said in Revelation 5 from verse 1, when he was carried to heaven, he said the destiny of the human race was in contention. They wanted to know the hope of humankind. And this was the time where custodians need to bring their testimony. And so Revelation chapter 5 verse 1, here was John's dialogue with two entities of Zion. He said, and I saw at the right hand of him that sat upon the throne. He said, a scroll written inside and on the back, sealed with 7 seals. And the first person he saw was a strong angel. Because knowledge is not about stature. I saw a strong angel proclaiming with a loud voice. He said, who is worthy to open the book and to loose the seals? He said, no man was found worthy. That's the testimony of the angel. And John said, I wept much. But suddenly, he said, one of the elders showed up and said, weep not. That thing that the angel doesn't know is a past in the higher realms of Zion. He said, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed. The question now is, why would a strong angel not know something and another spirit in heaven knows it? It is when you study the reality of those spirits that you discover two things were responsible. Number one is height. And number two is fear and reverence. These guys had 24 thrones. They don't sit on it. The Bible said they fall on their faces. They cast their crown and they say, holy is the Lord. Because of that level of honor and reverence, all the secrets of God are kept with them. And so when the psalmist was also granted access through prophetic intelligence, he now told us in Psalm 25 verse 14, he said the secret of God is with them that fear him. So when you want to gain access to spiritual knowledge, your heart must tremble at God's presence. If you think God is somebody who can be casual around, then you are not ready for the hallowed matters of the kingdom. And God himself will resist you, because he said, don't cast holy things to swine. He said they will trample it underfoot. They don't know the value. And so the extent to which you revere God is the extent to which God can commit hallowed realities to you. So the third way to accessing spiritual knowledge is by fear. Fear for God. The fourth way to access spiritual knowledge is by humility, meekness, and brokenness. In Psalm 25 verse 9, he said, the meek shall he teach knowledge and judgment. God doesn't teach everybody. It is the meek that he teaches. A man who is meek is a man who generously esteems others above himself. A man who is broken is a man who generously subdues himself, subjects himself under authority. So both of them speak of the same character. And so when God wants to open you to secret, he's looking at, because the ability to handle the power that comes with knowledge will require brokenness. So 5 ways to walk in knowledge, spiritual knowledge, is by number 1, asking or prayerfully studying. Number 2, by serving or service or stewardship. Number 3 is by fear and reverence. Number 4 is by meekness, humility, or brokenness. And number 5 is by purity. Blessed is a man in whom these 5 credentials are available. And as we give ourselves to these things in this month, God will bring us into realms of knowledge.